I hate to say it, my guys, but I think the king of accumulating wealth, Vinegar Syndrome, is dead. It's over. The hype is just not there anymore. I don't know if you've been following, what they've been doing this year, but it's honestly just been disappointment after disappointment. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Steve, I have been excited for, the new, Chuck Norris release. I've been excited about, this and that. But how many of those releases have went out of print in like a few days span or even a month span? Not that many, my guys. The last release to really sell out into such like a rapid succession was Existence. And that's it. That was like over 6 months ago. The days of like the RAD 4K selling out and being ultra rare they're just not there anymore. I think Vinegar Syndrome has lost their way. I think they're printing too many slipcovers, too many hard cases. I mean, look, stuff that came out on Black Friday that's supposed to be like these big, awesome, super cool releases are still available. You can still get that, that Civil War movie, Southern Comfort. You can still get like, what many were calling the potential release of the year, Navy SEALs. You can still get that in like that hard case. Like that Six String Samurai movie's been out for what, like 5 years, and you can still get the hard case of that. You can still get the hard case for, that Frankenstein movie with Robert De Niro. Like that they have. I think it's like Flesh for Frankenstein. I just don't know if the investment opportunity is really with them anymore. And now that they've kind of run out of VHS tapes to put onto the Blu-ray and 4K format, I just don't know what their future is. Now it's just kind of like they're just kind of going and picking up old Shout Factory releases, movies that already had, the boutique treatment. And it's just not the same. The hype has just withered away, and I think the company's just a shell of its former self. I hate to say it, but, they do great work in terms of, putting out sick packaging. I wouldn't know how the movies are. I don't pop them in because I'm not some weirdo, Who's gonna watch, these VHS garbage fest movies? Like, we all know, let's be honest with ourselves. We know these movies aren't good. Like, that's kind of what Vinegar Syndrome is all about. It's about putting out trash. I know like that Flesh Eater movie I was holding, that's like a Gary Romeo movie or whatever, but like, it's supposed to be like important, one of the pinnacles of like, zombie movies that help form, like actual good things like Walking Dead, but people aren't buying that. No one wants that. People have moved on. We're waiting for like, World War Z 2. Or like those Walking Dead movies. But I don't know. Like I hate to say it, but I think, I think them and Criterion are they're just in trouble. Can you compete with what Scream Factory is doing? Scream Factory has great releases coming out this year. We've talked about them, and same with Arrow. Arrow is putting out multiple Platinum Dunes 4Ks. Scream Factory is putting out Amityville Horror, the remake, on 4K. Vinegar Syndrome is still trying to push like the old-timey 70s Amityville Horror. People don't want that. They want the Ryan Reynolds classic. But I don't know. I've invested a lot of money. I think the releases I bought for them are going to be worth a lot of cash, but I'm just suspicious going forward that they're going to be able to maintain the momentum they once had. I just kind of think that people are moving on. I think Severin has, trumped them. I think things like the Kathy's Curse slipcover with the glowing eyes. You know, there's that Trick or Treat box set from Synapse, which is going to be very limited. I just think stuff like that has really just kind of destroyed what Vinegar Syndrome was doing. So, it is what it is. But comment down below, my guys. What's your favorite, most valuable Vinegar Syndrome release? What do you think they need to do to save themselves before, they join the ranks of Criterion and other companies that are going to be kicking the bucket this year? So, thanks for checking out the video, my guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, keep slipping.